Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video, okay? Just wanted to talk with you guys regarding my RTX 3070s here. Most of you know that about a year and a half ago, I bought, or actually I traded for 112 EVGA XE3 RTX 3070s. So that happened about, I think about a year and a half ago, beginning of February of 2024. So it's, July now of 2025 as of recording this video. So I've had these 3070s for about a year and a half. So the value of all these 112 RTX 3070s back then that I got them for was about, I think, $24,000 to $25,000 value. So each of the GPUs on average for when I got them was about, I think, $225 USD. So that was about a year and a half ago. So that's not too bad. But now, how much are these EVGA 3070s going for now? Well, I think they're going for about $300 or about $275, which I've seen on eBay. So GPU pricing has definitely gone up since, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. But most of you know now, I'm actually going to be trading all of these GPUs out for 170HXs, which I have on right now in one rig. Okay, I got my first batch in here. You guys can see I'm going to refresh HiveOS here. Okay, so they are mining Ergo right now, okay, as you can see, and it's very, very efficient. I think normally a RTX 3070 would be getting about, I think, 175, 150 mega hash, but at like 125 watts or so. So the CMP 170HX can definitely get, a lot more hash rate and efficiency as well. Okay, right now, some of you guys may be saying, Red Panda, your cards seem to be pretty good in temperatures, and right now, it's the morning, all right? So it's actually very cold in my basement now, but once it gets hotter during the day, it's gonna get hot in here. So I'm gonna expect that these are gonna start overheating. So stay tuned. Next video probably, I'm gonna do some HVAC foil tape on the back of the GP Riser R8s. And close all the air gaps in the back. Maybe try to close the middle as well in between. But there's a space in the back. I can just show you guys. All right, I can barely fit back here. All right, so this is the 170HX rig. I'm gonna try to tape the air holes. Definitely the top bar there. And then I don't know if I'm gonna tape in the middle in between the 170HXs. Anyways, that's gonna be for a video tomorrow. I just wanted to explain my 3070s trade here. Anyways, so I'm doing this trade with bitproit.com. Most of you probably already know that. And basically what I'm getting is I'm gonna get a combination of 8GB cards and 10GB 170HXs. Now, the 10GB variant 170HXs have Samsung, okay, memory, HBM2, Samsung memory, 10GB, but there's no BIOS mod for that card. So you're not gonna really get much efficiency on or better than the 8GB model, which has a BIOS mod, and things like Zealous and Ergo is gonna be better on the 8GB card. But I think for Kapow, it's generally the same efficiency on both 8GB card versus the 10GB. Now the 8GB variant, which I just got in recently, is Hynix HBM2 memory, and that's been very good, right? It's very efficient, and I did the BIOS update mod on these 8 already. You probably saw that previous video how I did that. It's very easy in HiveOS, and yeah, I'm able to get really good efficiency right now on Ergo. I'm currently solo mining Ergo, and I'm already finding blocks actually. And actually, I've been getting pretty lucky here. I've been getting an Ergo block pretty much, I think, every day now, ever since I turned on that 170HX rig. So my personal luck has been pretty good ever since I turned that on yesterday. And yeah, it's a powerhouse, getting 3.2 gigahash for the whole 8x170HX 8GB card rig versus my, let's say, 3070 rig, which 8x3070s I was getting 1.18. So I've essentially tripled my hash rate here for solo mining Ergo. So this is the reason why I've been doing this trade, or selling, okay? If you have the ability, like I was gonna do selling these EVGA 3070s at about, $300 a piece, because right now what I've seen on eBay is the 170HXs 8GB card models are selling for about $300 as well, or $275 sometimes as low as 250. I think I saw a couple months ago. And you know, a little bit of history here. I've been wanting these 178Xs for a very long time, ever since I saw, I think, the first video from Linus Tech Tips like 3 or 4 years ago. And I've been seeing these on eBay. I think initially there was a point when these 178Xs came out on Alibaba at bulk, you know, for like, I think 225, 250 bucks. I think that was like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Then the North American market was finally getting them, and then they were going on eBay for like, I don't know, 600, 800 bucks, 900 bucks sometimes. And then I think like a year later, or a couple months later after that, actually, it's that the price of them started coming down, I think, to like 600, because GPU mining profitability really wasn't really great at all, and nobody was really buying them. And I wasn't gonna buy them as well, because, you know, at the time when the 178Xs, I think, yeah, same time as when I bought these 3070s, it was like a 3-to-1, sometimes a 4-to-1 ratio, you know, for four of these 3070s for one 178X back then, like a year and a half ago. Some of you guys may remember that. So then like a couple months later, they started coming down to like 600 bucks. Okay, so it's getting a little bit better. It was still like, you know, sometimes a 3-to-1, because 3070s at that time as well was, I think, sometimes going for like 175, 200, depending on the model. And then the 178Xs were still climbing down in price. So I think they came down to like 400 at one point, or 600, 400. And then here we are. I've seen now 178Xs are under $300. So it's a 1-to-1. If you are able to sell your 3070s, or, you know, all your, you know, GPUs right now, which are honestly pretty good price. Gamers, you know, tons of gamers out there are buying GPUs. So that is why, right? That's why I'm really sad to see these 3070s go. These are still one of the best GPUs for mining. Just comparing it to like other 30 series, even 40 series, even 50 series, if you're comparing it the dollar per hash, the 3070s are still very good. But now we have a new king. The dollar per hash king is going to be the 178Xs. Okay, so yeah, that's why I'm swapping everything into 178Xs, because I'm going to essentially get triple the hash rate. I'm going to be using a bit of power now though in each of the rigs. Thankfully though, I don't need to change the power supplies, because TDP of the 178X, I think, is 250, and I have 8 of them, so that's about 2,000 watts or so. But each of my R8s, I have 4 750 watt power supplies, so that's 3,000 watts capacity, so I'm okay on that end. But to cool these GPUs, okay, like I said, I'm going to be using foil HVAC duct taping here, okay, to basically cover all the air holes, and so that there's no air going to be seeping out in some areas, and so to have all the air directly through the GPU to cool down the GPU, especially during the hot time. Right now, in the morning, nighttime, I'm okay. Wintertime, I'm sure my R8s would be just fine, but when it comes to summertime here, which we are pretty much in the summer, I'm in the morning right now, you know, afternoon, evening time, it's gonna get hot in here. So I better try to figure out to at least alleviate some of the airflow issue, get all the air through. Thanks for all the comments. I know you guys, a lot of you guys gave comments about doing that. And yes, I was planning on doing that in another video. I'm gonna do that in another video when it's hotter, of course. I'm gonna wait till I get to like 90 Fahrenheit. Then I'm gonna see the difference and then put the tape in, and we'll see if it helped or not. And we'll look at the temperatures and whatnot, compare before and after. But anyways, guys, yeah, 3070s, man, it's been a journey, man. Like when I had these all over the floor, man, in my other basement, and set these all up in the R8s, dude, that was quite the journey, and I'm really sad to let these go. I just wanted to make a dedicated video about these, because I just wanted to like just appreciate these GPUs. The 3070s are honestly the king of GPU mining. No, not anymore, 178X, but for a long time is what I meant, okay? The 3070s are generally still an amazing GPU for mining. Even if someone that has like free power or wants to run a small rig of like 6 of them, these are great. Like you can't go wrong with 3070s. But it's time for me to go on to the next journey. I gotta take all these down. I've already been in the process of packing 12 of them in a single box to ship out to BitPro, and yeah, so I'm gonna be taking down more and more, and I'm gonna be swapping them all to 170 HXs. All right, guys, so that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if there's any other anything you guys want me to do with my 170 HX rig. I'm eventually gonna have them all 170 HXs. So one thing I'm kind of worried about is my power capacity, because I think right now this ergo rig is pulling about 1700 watts, right? Granted, it's cold now, but when it gets hotter, it was pulling about 1770 or something. So when it heats up, it's gonna be, it heat soaks, uses more voltage, more power. But 1700 watts, I got 4 30 amp outlets. So doing the math there, I think I can if I stay with ergo and like Zealous, like the low power algorithms, if I do Kapow, it's gonna be rough, right? That's one thing I wanna test out. Are we able to power limit the 170 HXs to have like lower power for mining like Kapow algo? That's one thing I haven't tried yet, so yeah. But if I can hopefully put 3 sets of 170 HXs on each of my circuits, that should bode well. We'll see. I've been already shipping out my ASICs because I don't have any more power capacity. I'm opening up power capacity for my GPUs. So, all right, guys, yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay tuned. Gonna have a lot of content more on these 170 HXs. Gonna do some boil up next. All right, peace out, bros. Peace out.